Welcome, e- everyone, to season 11. Woo!
You sound like a robot.
Sorry, I'm coming over like a cold, so I have this like I got the deep voice. I sound like a
Yeah, I don't know if people
robot.
could chat. Let us know if you sound
Is my
bad,
internet glitching?
but I'm hearing you very roboty.
Hello, can everybody hear me in chat? Hold on. Let me
Well, he's definitely frozen on mine.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Let's try that again.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, start from the beginning because it was all
No, yeah, I'm not going to edit it out. I'm just like, it's
right.
technical difficulties. It's what we do. So, welcome to the Will Reads for episode our season 11, episode 7. 7-Eleven. Speaking of 7-Eleven, hey, I did ship your book, so it should be coming soon. So,
Yay.
yay. Speaking of winning stuff, not really winning stuff, but being a true winner, we do have one new Patreon. It is Crinkled Chips. So, this episode's for you. We love you. Yay. The beard. What happened? Chat wants to know.
Um, honest answer, within the next week or two, I got to be in court. So just trying to soften myself up a little bit.
I start
But
laughing.
I'll grow back. Yeah, I guess if y'all haven't noticed, I've shaved a couple times throughout the years here, but it comes back pretty quick.
Yeah.
Although this time, gosh, I was telling Alan I need to find a way to set my camera up because, like, I when I get down here, look at that double chin. Guys, I like real time. I mean, whatever. I don't really care. Well, I'm 41. I
Fun
got
times.
extra
Yeah.
skin.
You're in the 40s.
Gonna
It's
happen.
okay. It's fine. Chris is coming, by the way. He was on cell phone earlier talking to us. So he's on his way back. So he's actually in his house. He's just setting everything up. So he'll be here shortly. Sorry with technical difficulties. It is what it is. I am coming over cold, so that's why I have the weird voice. Or my internet's being funky because, well, I'm still in this room really far away from my Wi-Fi. Because we're selling. Well, we sold our house. Did I tell that, Ian?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the contract's been ratified. Our house is sold. We haven't closed, but it's under contract. I guess it's the right way to put it. It's under contract. So I'm living. I haven't closed yet. So it's still my house for now, for a few more weeks,
Cool.
unless something comes back in the home inspection or some craziness, and they want me to buy a bunch of stuff, and I'll be like, kick rocks. Because that's the way that works. So yeah, personal life. Let's see. Sold my home. Are selling my home. Last week I went to the beach. That's why I didn't record last week. Because I was in Kerala. Didn't see any ponies. Didn't see anything cool. Am I robot again?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. And
I'm wrapping up a semi-important conversation.
it's not important. I know
Trying
what
to get
you're
Yeah.
doing. Anyways,
But,
yeah. So I was at the beach. We did the off-season beach stuff. So we went and played mini golf, and hung out with the kids and did all the fun stuff. Played a lot of tennis. Played pickleball for the first time. So
ooh, how was that?
I played against my father-in-law. So it was fun.
Did you win?
We weren't keeping score, so I don't know. I mean, yes. Yes, I did win.
Don't be modest.
Yeah, no, he's not as surprised as he used to be when you're playing against someone that's knocking on 70's door. I think he's 69 or 70 years old. So like, I mean, I'm 41, so it's not like I'm the fastest guy in the entire world, but his ankles don't work like they used to when I go and tap it over to the other side of the court. He's like, nope.
I mean, he accepted the challenge. That's all I say. When you accept the challenge, you just, you take what you get.
You deal with it. Yeah. So it was fun. My son played a little bit, teaching him how to play tennis. So that was fun. We hung out a lot, hung out in the pool, in the hot tubs, did that a little bit. Probably hung out in the hot tub for too long one time, and I felt like my heart was about to like explode because I was like, I'm cooking myself. I should get out. So good. And yeah, that was it. It was relaxing. But we're back in town and trying to get everything ready for finding a new place to live. Yeah, well, we need to find a place to live first.
Oh, you still haven't figured that out?
No.
God's
We
gonna
went and
figure
saw a
that out
bunch.
for him.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of houses. We went over the weekend and on Monday. I think we went and saw a house too on Monday. The house on Monday, I think, is a winner, but there's still a few things that we need to do. And yeah,
You're
we're
not
hoping
buying
to
right now, right? You're just renting, right?
No, we're gonna buy.
Oh, thought you guys
Interest
were
rates
gonna rent for
came
a little
down
bit.
enough to where it made sense, and the rental market here sucks. Like, it makes
Yeah,
no
well,
sense to rent here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
because there's
bad.
I mean, like, so I could buy a house and get like a house that I want and pay considerably less for a mortgage than I would in rent. So why I'm not gonna? Then there's like
I've been trying to get Chanel to go to Newport News and leave Charlotte because of that very fact.
yeah, and like so if I I did the math on it. Like if I rented for the same price I could get a mortgage for, there's like 2 houses in the entire city that are for rent at that price point. And
Oh,
they're
wow.
crappy. And they're like falling apart crappy. So like I'm like, I'll just buy a nice house. Like I'm not gonna rent a piece of crap house. Like the rental market's stupid. It's
Yeah.
just dumb. I'm like, why would you ever rent? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
You have piss poor
it's
credit.
worked out in my favor with my rental properties. So, and I still,
Slumlord.
charge. Yeah, but no, my places I keep them up pretty nice and charge a little less than what's average for the square footage.
Nice.
So, but it helps. I learned my lesson. I had a couple bad tenants years ago that destroyed a house. Now I have a good property management company, and I don't know if I told y'all, but Ryder and I just did some repairs at the one in Tuano, swapped out a dishwasher.
Hey, repeat
And
that part again.
fixed a
Repeat
few
that part
things.
again. What happened to you? Did you learned a lesson?
Oh, learn a lesson. Yeah. And
It took him 41
sometime back then,
years, but he finally learned a lesson.
yeah.
Emotional damage.
Sorry guys, we didn't record last night. Ian was apparently hurting really bad or something. I don't know. I wouldn't drink with him, so
It helped.
it helps.
Well, so I guess that's what I'll talk about for my. Let me put my phone down. I'm sorry, guys. My personal life is my body's just betraying me. I mean, I started getting back into the gym a little bit. Then I told y'all playing basketball with the boys. I jacked up my felt my left calf, but then they thought it was a Baker cyst that ruptured in the back of my knee, and there was just that fluid that caused that compartment syndrome in the calf, and that's why it hurt. But then it took the VA like 2 weeks to schedule the CT scan, and by then most of the swelling and everything went down, and the radiologist was like, "Well, we can't really tell if it was that or whatever." But they found I have like where the tibia and fibia come together. I have a bunch of bone spurs, and they said one of them might have broken off, and like that's what went down and aggravated it. But like so now the pain's gone. But my legs were very symmetrical before. When I flexed my right calf and flexed my left calf, they look very different now, and the left one looks a little weird. Like there's a part of it that's not flexing as it should. And then I was reading the report with the radiologist, and it said something like, they noticed atrophy or whatever that word is.
Yes, that's right.
In one of the muscles. So I'm like, okay, we need to figure that out, because apparently one of those muscles that I have is just chilling there like, I'm dead.
Not working. Yeah.
Right. That's not good. All right. So I just get to the point where I'm able to start walking on that again and feeling better, and it's not excruciating pain. And 2 nights ago, it's pathetic. I was brushing my teeth, and like, even though I'm short, I still got to lean over a little bit when I'm brushing my teeth, and I spit and everything's fine. And right before I'm about to stand back up, the muscle you call it your butt muscle, but it like runs from your butt down into your hamstring area behind your leg. It starts spasming like crazy. Yeah, it was going nuts. And so I slowly stood up like those last couple of inches, and I had the most searing pain in my hip, like I was getting stabbed. So that muscle was freaking out and putting pressure on the nerve that runs. I mean, it runs right through there.
The sciatic.
And
So
and for any of y'all that's had it happen like that before, it's such a sharp pain.
Yeah.
After like 30 seconds of it not going away, like now my head's spinning. I think I'm gonna puke.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had to hobble to the couch, and there's no way when it sets off like that, it's not like you could just do a quick stretch and ooh, it's good. Like you just try and find the most comfortable position that
Mhm.
doesn't aggravate it and hope that it calms down. So I laid there for like 15, 20 minutes until I got to the point where it was like excruciating.
Yeah. I
So anyways,
actually I was able to hack into your camera and I actually have footage of it. So
Ah! 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 Ah!
you know what's funny? When I made it to the couch, I was at my dad's at the river. We were getting ready to leave. I make it to the couch. That's pretty much what I'm doing. And my dad is like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" The boys are like, "Dad, are you all right?" And I just, except I'm like grabbing my butt and trying to massage it, stretch it.
mm,
Uh, Jen, my dad's wife, she has back issues also. Of course, she has an excuse. She's almost 70.
mhm.
But she's been through this and she knew right off the bat. She's like, "Oh my gosh, honey, do you need me to get a Flexerol and this, that, and the other?" And da da da. Da. But for 5 minutes, that's what I was doing. I
Yeah.
couldn't even talk to them. I was just, ugh. So anyways, when I woke up the next day, uh, it was absolutely horrible. I had tried Motrin, heating pad, everything, and it took me all day to be able to stretch it out enough just to walk to the car. And then I went to the ER at the VA, got there 2:30. We were joking around that I should be done in time, but I ended up staying there till like 6 o'clock before
Yeah.
they let me go. And I wish I could post pictures here in the chat. Maybe I'll put it in the Discord. He gave me so many drugs.
Yeah,
I
that was a
mean,
bad fool.
Alan saw it,
Yeah,
6 different pills. Only one of them is just for before bed that I took before this, but he was like, absolutely don't drive with that one. And then there's 3 of them that are like, it might cause you drowsiness. And he was like, yeah, you seem like kind of guy that can handle it. You could probably take those during the day too and drive around and you'll be fine. And I
and
was
this
like,
is why our veterans have an opioid problem.
right.
It's
Yeah,
like, here,
but
take all these pills. Let me know if that
I haven't
works.
been one to ask for a lot of meds before, but I've gone through this before. And I know going through sciatica pain and not
Yeah.
taking anything is, you're just hurting yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm in a comfy spot. I've got a lot of pills.
Did you think it
I
was
know
bones for
I
your leg?
say again.
You thought it was bones for your leg? Is that what it was for the leg thing? Was it bones or was it you said bone
I
spur?
still have to follow up on that. They don't
Oh,
know.
they still didn't figure it out.
It was inconclusive from radiology. So with that muscle atrophied, I think they will schedule. I love the don't try. Yeah. That's the good one. I Alan, when you came over the other night, I took the don't drive with this one and had a couple seltzers with Alan and
Yeah.
only 2 seltzers, and I was. But when you
Yeah.
left, I fell asleep so fast.
Yeah.
I was gone.
It was fun. Good
But yeah, I
times.
think so. Left leg still needs an MRI, and then I need to start physical therapy on that. The the
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
the hip and
You gotta
everything,
look at
it
the
stems
bones.
from the back.
Look at the
I've got to go.
bones.
He can leap about. Look at the bones.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I need to get back in with ortho, pain management, probably try another injection, and they'll probably want to MRI the back again and see if we're leaning more towards surgery now. If if I if I can do an injection, make it a year, do an injection, make it
Finally.
a year, and like I'll keep doing that for a bit. I don't want to rush the surgery. But if that timeline keeps shrinking and it's like the shots in my back, only get me a few months, then they're gonna have to go in there and put some super glue in there.
Nice.
So that's what I'm dealing with. And there's a lot of other like personal stuff I haven't really quite gotten into with this, other than, Meredith and I are broken up now. But there's so much bullshit. Maybe when it's all done, I'll talk about it on here. Uh, but you look at the timing of this. I've told y'all before, like when I'm stressed, hitting the gym, going to do the trail, going on hikes, like that's how I get through the stressful parts of life. And ever since everything started getting really crappy, I've been stuck on a couch and losing my freaking mind. So anyways,
Yeah.
doing better these last few days. I made it a point to get out, went down to Newport News. I got to see Alan. I saw some other friends, hung out with my brother. He was in town. So mentally today, I'm really good. I've had some very sketchy days in the last couple of weeks, but last couple of days have been good. So
Yeah. That's fine.
I'm doing it to myself. Yeah, whatever.
It's going to court because I'm pressing harassment charges. Because he said he got
Yeah.
someone else and just got me. That was a whole text message thing. He texted me at work and he's like, yes, someone had fraud. I was like, sorry about that. He's like, wait, it was you? And I was like, yeah, I thought you had me. He's like, dude, I don't got you. And he's like, wait, I got someone. And I was like, wait, you got someone, not me? Like, I'm pressing charges now.
Yeah.
I can't.
Anywho.
This weekend, I was the best man in Alan Hinton's wedding.
Oh,
Yay.
He actually, since he announced that I can announce, he got married back in May. For those of y'all on the podcast, he's like, the other Alan that I've talked about once or twice. One of my very good friends, friends with Alan, at least. Ian, you met Alan at my wedding, but had you met him before that?
No. Which is interesting because as I talked to our Alan and a couple other people, we've been in similar circles before, but he and I never crossed paths. And I didn't realize that he and I are both on that Redskins page on Facebook, and it's a Hampton Roads group only, and there's not a bazillion people in there, but we've all been part of it for years now, and it's a small group, and it never clicked. I've seen his name before. It never clicked that he was in there. So
it's Commanders, not Redskins now. All right.
Yeah. About that. Anyway, he actually got married back in May because he and his wife started living together and he wanted to do it the right way. And then by July, she was pregnant. So not only are they married, they're also expecting. So that was super cool. And, with her being 40 and him being 39, that's super exciting for them because they found each other, on the tail end of wanting to be in a relationship and thinking maybe it's just not for me. Yeah. And Alan has been through many, many failed attempts. So this was, perfect and spot on. And it was just, giving it to God and allowing himself just to kind of be at peace with being alone. And then God was like, nope. And smacked him with a relationship. So
that's cool.
It is. Anyway, so yeah, I helped set up audio equipment and tables and chairs and did all the best man things and gave a toast and made some people cry and all that good stuff.
That's always fun.
It is. I love to see people cry because of my words.
Yeah. Chris just makes you cry because he hits me, but that's a whole different thing.
Hey, again, I'll apologize for being rude, being on my phone while we're starting this off. But I think I told y'all I hopped on a couple of the apps. Not that I'm trying to rush into anything. Kind of more looking for the people at this point that are just looking for like something casual, go out, grab a bite to eat, maybe do friend group stuff. Just trying to get out and be social. Anyways, so I'm swiping on one. Meredith's already on them all also. On 3 different apps I came across her profile. Obviously I swiped left, but man, just reading the stuff, you got to fill out the stuff about yourself and what you're looking for. I gave myself eye cramps. I've been rolling my eyes so hard on the bullshit she put in there, but good luck for her. I hope she
want to
I wish her I mean that
Awkward.
I don't know. I might try like one of these sites where you look people up, and I'll just put my warning tag on there. Be like, careful about these things. Just eyes open. Anyways, no. Yeah, I wish her well, but
hopefully you're taking screenshots of all that.
Well, I did just to send to some friends and be like, "Where should I swipe on this one, guys?" And they're like, "Fuck no, no."
Hey,
Run away.
Run away. Are you guys really talking about some Wheel of Time?
Sure.
Oh, one other thing though.
Oh, okay.
I almost want to report her because I know for a fact 2 of the pictures she has on there were from when she was like in college. I mean, when you're pushing 40, you can't be throwing your college picters up there trying to catfish people in there. You know what I'm saying? But
people do it all the time.
Yeah. Also, this is gonna sound horrible. Yes, I'm being judgy. There are people out there that use filters and they still ugly. Oh, it sounds horrible. I guess I am part not a good person.
Yeah.
Partly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I own it.
Yep. It's okay. We still love you.
Yeah, let's say
I
don't
love
mind.
me, and I
Well,
do
that's
appreciate
good.
that y'all do too.
Yeah.
Really all that matters.
What was it? Stuart Small? What is it, SNL?
And gosh darn it, people like me.
Like me. Anyway, you guys ready for chapter? Is it 13? 13.
13.
Lucky number 13. Siege. Yeah. This should be fun.
It should be.
It's really short. These chapters aren't long.
It's not that
Dude.
short. In fact, I've been losing so much weight, it's actually getting longer.
It does. It's funny how that does work.
I started at 196. I'm at 176. I mean, we're all adults here. 20 pounds has been a little over half an inch.
Yeah.
All you're really gaining is like you're losing that fluff around it. So it's not like it's actually
It's just
bigger,
showing.
but right. But it is. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
And my goal's 160.
we
So
found
I might end up. I mean, I was doing all right before, but you know, I end up with a whole nother inch. That's
So Elayne and her followers.
Alan doesn't even have anything to say. That's how you know.
Awkward. You know what? No.
I was talking about my ears, man.
Oh, your ears. Yeah. Sorry about the ears. Okay, cool.
Now all I can say is Brigitte is a killing machine.
Yeah, she is.
That's
Yes.
what I gathered from the first part of this of
Yeah.
chapter 13. Like Elayne, she's just short with everybody and over it.
Mhm.
But Brigitte's having a whole fun, like, ooh, the melee spanned 200 paces of the wall, enveloping 3 of the high round towers where the white line of Andor flew and threatened 2 more. So, I mean, it's a great battle scene, and you can see that Elayne's troops are clearly overwhelmed, but they're still, using what they have to hold off the enemy forces.
Yeah.
And again, Brigitte is in command and doing what she needs to do. And of course, she's got a ragtag crew, so it's not like she has a lot of amazing soldiers to order about, but she's still making stuff happen. And Elayne, like I said, now has a reputation for being very short and over it because the prego hormones are in full effect.
Yeah, it's strong.
I do appreciate that. Jordan could have written this and just had other people's commentary about her, about Elayne. And I don't think that's really fair. But since he also is showing the struggle from within, Elayne's perspective, I don't know. It just seems, and I would assume his wife probably helped him with all of the emotions and everything going on here, because how would Jordan really know? But anyways, I think he does a good job of Elayne still trying to be in control, but recognizing through the bond and the emotions and recognizing how people are treating her. Like, as much as she hates it, she is recognizing that she is a little off because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't even use the power.
Yeah.
But she's still a very capable human being, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, she can't use the power, but she is still powerful. Yeah. That's
Yes.
perfect, Alan.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's thrown her off a little bit, but at least up until this point, she's managing.
Aramilla has him by the throat, and she's still like out there on her horse, like giving commands. And then as soon as she slips away from everybody, like she's out there, like, do what you're supposed to do, pull out that daggone crossbow, shoot the other guys in the back. Like, I don't care if they're running, kill them. And of course, she's working with mercenaries, so that's not their way, because they're like, yeah, well, we're friends with, we're enemies today, we could be friends tomorrow, so we're not doing that.
Yeah. Mercenaries are a lot like that. Yeah. It's interesting. Of course, modern mercenaries are a little different. I guess it depends on the country, but back in the day, definitely mercenaries you can't trust that much because whoever has the most coin, they can be turned. But yeah, after the fight, a big
Isn't
storm
that
was
your
coming.
quote?
What?
You're loyal, but to the money. Isn't that your quote?
Oh, that's my quote. Yeah, I've told it every employer I've ever been hired to. It's like they ask me about that. That's my quote is I'm as loyal as can be to the company, but I can be bought. So if you don't want to pay me well, I can be bought.
And he sailed around the world, so clearly he's a pirate. We know this.
Yes, I am a pirate. 200 years too late.
Cannons don't thunder. There's
There's
nothing
nothing to
plunder.
plunder. I'm an over 40
Only
victim of fate. Arriving
Robin
too late. Arriving too late.
Anyways, so a big storms are coming. Not really everywhere, just right over Camelin. Where the
What's the deal with that? I felt like that was man-made or
Oh,
women.
yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
brought
no.
the power with that.
Yeah,
That was woven together.
that was power.
Had to be.
It was
But who
power.
was
We don't know.
So the attacking people could have Aes Sedai with them, probably do. All powerful
Mhm.
people had their Aes Sedai hookups. They could have made deals with Shan Chan. It could be Forsaken. Although initially I was thinking Forsaken. I reeled back on that when Avienda was able to kind of peel it away all by herself.
Yeah,
Like I know
that was,
Avienda is strong in the
yeah.
power for sure, but if that was a Forsaken attack, I don't think one channeler would have been able to so easily pick it apart. So
And I don't think it would have been a small.
In Wadahalik
Small
Aussie,
storm.
it says mercenary companies were big in the 30 Years' War. And what is the name of the treaty that ended the 30 Years' War? What was the name of it?
Versailles?
History trivia time.
Is it Versailles?
What was it?
Nope, it wasn't Versailles. The Peace of Westphalia. Westphalia.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. Just
I don't remember that
random
part of it.
history. I am a history
And now
major.
you
I got
know.
random. Now you
G.I.
know,
Joe.
because in case you ever in trivia, playing trivia in a bar somewhere, you'll know now. So, Peace of Westphalia. Anyway, so yeah, she's like, I can't do anything about the storm clouds. So Avienda, handle my light work. Come on,
Mhm.
just take care of that for me. And Avienda's like, I gotcha, and she takes care of it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty shit. Still leaves a steady downpour, but the lightning's all gone.
It's
Yeah,
what
Brigitte.
Avienda's like basking in the rain, like, oh my goodness. And then, of course, it's like, even though she's been rained on pretty much every day, she still like can appreciate rain, which sounds kind of silly, but I get it. She came from the desert, so
Yeah. So Brigitte wants to get back to the palace as soon as possible. So she can get healing.
What kind of healing?
I don't think it's that kind of
Why
healing.
not?
but
Does she have that feeling?
She had that feeling. She might have lost that love and feeling. She might have.
Oh no.
Mm,
I hate when she does that.
yeah. Never
She
closes
lost
her eyes
that
anymore.
love
And you
feeling.
touch her lips.
and then
Did I
we
ever-
have new
Did I ever tell
soldiers.
that story on this podcast?
Did you
When
do
I was
the
in
Top Gun
Germany-
scene?
Yeah, I did. We were in Germany,
Nice.
and it was Oktoberfest in Munich. We were, I don't think we were in the gardens. I think we're at the Hofbrauhaus. But oh yeah, Hofbrauhaus, because they had all the banquet tables and everything in
Mhm.
there, and they're all obviously tourists from all over.
Mm-mm.
And one kind of corner of all these picnic tables were, I believe, Japanese, but it was a big Asian tour group, whatever. I only guessed Japanese because when I started doing this, they all chimed in. It was hilarious. One of my friends dared me to do the Top Gun thing to this girl that I've been kind of, we were eyeballing and saying what's up to each other from afar. And I literally went over there, climbed on her picnic table, and just started doing the "You never close your
Close your
eyes anymore when I kiss your
Kiss your lips."
lips." There's no
No
tenderness like before in your fingertips. Uh, but when I got to the chorus, that's why I referenced that Asian section. They all chimed in, and then the whole Hopper House was singing. And like
That's
when I
fun.
finished, they came over. They brought free beers for the whole table, which is now all my friends plus this girl and all her
Yeah.
friends. And she was like, "So when you started, I wanted to hate you, but that was the coolest thing ever." I was like, didn't know everybody was going to chime in. Glad it worked.
I remember being in the Hofbräu house at 16 years old, drunk as shit, and the polka band ended for the night. And we had been drinking. I had no idea it was that late because I thought it was still like 9 o'clock at night because that's those drinking nights. And standing on one of those picnic tables and yelling at the band like, "You can't leave. We're being entertained." And they're like, "Dude, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We're shutting down." More polka
More.
music. I'm roasted. I'm roasted.
Ein mal bitte.
Anyway, fun times
They're prepared for people like
for
that.
Americans.
There's at least one every night.
Yeah,
That night was your turn.
that was my turn. It was good times. It was good times. So yeah, goes back to get some healing. Back at the
Can we
main
meet
stable yard of the
Ivan?
palace. What? Huh?
Can we meet Guyvan here? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think so. Guyvan. Yeah.
Yeah.
They encounter Lieutenant Guyvan.
Because they head back and the
Mhm.
location they were going to is shifted slightly to the left because you can't have two openings.
Right.
They're allowed to be this close, but they're not overlapping. They're like
Right.
that. So, you know,
Mhm.
two separate openings, two different
Yeah.
holes.
Two different holes. Yeah.
One a little bit larger than the other one.
Is there something between?
Just a very
Space
small
between?
space.
Is that where the taint is? Oh, it's been cleansed. It's cleaned. It's cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
taint's
okay.
clean. Smells fresh.
It's
Yeah.
fresh. It's so clean. Anyway,
Ain't nobody
that
do
taint. Yeah. So she's really happy because Guyvan comes and brings like a crap ton of soldiers, and he's like, "I got you."
He said it so offhandedly. He's like, "Yeah, I brought 10,000 people." I think that's next chapter that she figures that out. But
No, it's this chapter.
oh,
It's
is
the very
it?
end. It's the very end because she promotes him to
Yeah.
captain after that.
Correct. He's a very young captain, and he becomes second in command right away, which
Yeah.
he's super like stoked about. I feel like we're going to hear a
Yeah.
lot more about this guy. He's going to be important.
Yep. Anything else from this chapter before we move to chapter 14?
No, that's it.
All right, chapter 14.
Do we think there's any significance to him telling us about how like the gates will kind of nudge each other and they can't overlap? I know at this point there's got to be some things Jordan tells us that he's just adding more detail just because, but why couldn't he just write it that and then another one opened a couple feet over and then these people started coming through? So whenever he mentions something like, "Oh, by the way, it would have overlapped, except it won't let it," it kind of pushed it over and they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's any significance to that, Chris, or am I just like looking for something? Otherwise,
mean,
why
we know
write
that-
it in there?
We know this stuff was created by science, so maybe there's some physics lesson behind it.
Yeah. Or like, what if you know somebody's opening a gateway somewhere, so you open one like kind of semi on top of it on purpose, so it nudges it over, and then instead of landing coming out a certain spot, like now they're going
Oh.
over a cliff. Yeah.
I
Like,
was
could
thinking-
you be smart enough to set people up and really mess them up?
That would be
probably overthinking it.
hilarious. I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, at the end of the day, you open the hole up, you at least see before you go in.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
always do that, but that's a good lesson, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry, I have toe. I'll just continue on with we'll get on chapter 14. Wet things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can I just say in the beginning of this chapter, it's not direct giggities, but he's dropping words like thrusting and all this other stuff. Like the first few paragraphs, there's words that definitely,
imply.
That's what she said.
Right.
A lot of that.
I focused on the other things, like the spring tapestries were already going up
Mhm.
because we're always 2 seasons ahead. Because we don't want people to be depressed in the winter. We want them to know that spring is coming. And then when it's hot as hell outside, we want you to know there's relief coming in the winter. So just wait.
Mhm.
So that's what I focused on. I
Okay.
thought it was a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
Why should I not have my Christmas tree up in summer? Like just
I've got
remind
mine
me.
up year round.
Ian has his up. It doesn't
Yeah.
ever.
I got a whole
There's
Christmas
never
corner.
been.
Santa's out.
Yeah.
I got my Christmas stuff on the mantle. I got a little manger scene up. I
I
talked to baby
threw
Jesus every
away
single
a
day.
Christmas. I threw away a fake Christmas tree. Yeah,
I mean, somebody could have used that tree.
I know someone could have, but we were in rapid purge mode, so we
Oh,
were
yeah.
just getting rid of stuff and just it went to the curb. Just isn't it's bad luck, isn't it, to throw away Christmas tree, like, or to keep it up?
You're supposed to burn.
Just to burn them? Oh yeah, that's fun. I've done that many times. We used to do that at Dave's house. We have a friend Dave, and he would always burn his tree. You know, like a couple months later, it was in spring, and it would go up, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had some friends that would go out. They had like
It's
private
bad luck to
beach.
keep it up all year round. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a whole luck
And
thing around Christmas.
that's why your back keeps getting effed up.
Yeah, it's bad luck, dude.
I don't care. I love Christmas.
I
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah.
There's something about the joy of like bringing it back out, though. That's magical for me.
Yeah, I do have other stuff that I do
Yeah.
during Christmas, but
There's
I
like
like
a
to
meme
put
the other
my
day.
out.
tree in the condo, my tree is a little Charlie Brown tree. So it's small.
I like to
There-
whip it out.
There was a meme the other day where it was like, I walked into Target the other day and they still had bathing suits out for sale, Halloween decorations, Christmas stuff, and like all this stuff all at once. Is like, and this is why I'm really confused right now. Like, what season are we in? It's everything is out.
Wow.
Stores already have all the Christmas stuff out. It's already out.
Oh yeah, they do. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It's Thanksgiving night tradition to put up the tree. Yeah, we always had a tradition on Black Friday where we go pick up our tree. We always did on Black Friday the day
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving. That's when we go get the tree. So we put it up. We don't decorate it that night, but we put it up. Because we used to go to a Christmas tree farm in Williamsburg and cut down a tree, my wife and I, with the kids. So before we had kids, and then with kids the first couple of years, and then the farm started getting like disease trees. That's the disease ran through the trees. So like
Mhm.
the needle retention went away. So like you cut. I mean, it's fresh cut. We'd cut it down ourselves, and then you put it up, and like a week later, it's like bare branches. I'm like,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, well,
Oh
guess
no,
we're
that's a
not doing
travesty. If you're already buying eggnog, you should be. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Is what you buy eggnog?
If you're already buying eggnog,
Oh, dude, there's some whiskey in that. It's delicious.
Oh.
If it wasn't so heavy on calories, that's a drink I would drink year round, like all the time. I love eggnog.
I love eggnog too, but it's
Yeah.
for me. It's November, December drink.
Yeah,
it's still pumpkin spice season, guys. We're not saying eggnog season.
that's not a year round thing.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah. I bought all the pumpkin spice stuff from Trader Joe's last time I went. There's everything is pumpkin spice now. Even there's
Everything is.
pumpkin spice scented napkins, and I bought them because why not?
You know what other season is right now, and what I'm doing this weekend?
apple.
I don't want to answer
Apple
that.
picking.
Apple picking.
Oh, apple
I'm
picking.
going apple picking this weekend
You
too.
big-
I am going apple picking this weekend.
I
Charlottesville.
knew it.
Yep.
Bring me some. Get enough to make some apple butter.
Oh yeah, my
I
wife
want
been making tons of apple butter. She always does every year.
I'll send you a 20 for some extra apples so I can get some jars of apple butter.
Oh, dude, we'll get some. We always get enough that we make apple everything because we can jar that stuff. Like apples won't keep, but we
Yeah.
can make stuff and jar it. So yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I feel like I'm Amish. We make all this.
Elayne
stuff.
realized that glory is bought with blood. She's kind of mulling over the fact that every win is a cost.
Mhm.
A little bit
Yep.
depressing, but at the same time, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. of
Yeah.
Very
physics.
true.
Well, and she's well aware of her limited resources at this time. So she's doing the math, and here there is a scarcity.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a 10,000 people boost and she's hoping to get more, but at
Yep.
the same time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
she sees Rihanna and Kara and what's her name, Jewelry walking by the two Shan
There's
Chan.
someone
That's what
said
Shan-
every blessing
Or
is a curse.
when
There's a song that had a lyric in it that had something similar to that. It was like reach for the bottle. It's both the cure and the curse or something like that. I was like, ooh, that's deep.
Yeah.
Does sound-
As I do the swig. Yeah.
that's why I don't
Good
keep
one.
it at the house anymore. If I'm hanging with friends or
Yeah.
good people that I trust and I'm safe with, I'll still drink and have a good time. But
Yeah.
I don't keep it here. I don't mess with
Yeah.
it on the daily.
Yeah.
Certainly don't need it in my life right now.
I drink it during podcast nights. And when I'm hanging out with you. Other than that, that's
Yeah.
Wet Elayne, Brigitte, and Avienda, they're all wet. They go back to Elayne's apartments.
Ooh.
They counter Rihanna, who has Jillian and Kara with her.
We need to
Mhm.
note that the old people that stuck around to help out were at least good enough to get the winter rugs up, because otherwise there'd be mildew.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
So that's important.
yeah,
It is.
it
That's the critical part of this chapter.
Very,
Mhm.
very important. Mildew sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, mold in general sucks. So just mold's not fun.
Yeah.
Um,
But Rihanna, or is it Rihanna? The fact that she's
Rihanna.
wearing her
Rihanna.
sister's clothes, like
She's-
I know
yeah.
they made a comment about it, like all people mourn differently, but she like is smelling like her and looking like her and getting fully absorbed in her life. I'm like, that's not healthy. Like we need to be like getting her some real help here at this point. And we
Yeah.
know that she's on her secret task of finding the killer of her sister, but like I feel for her. Like she needs some real support. And right now she's just kind of being put to task so they don't have to really worry about her at the
But they
moment.
still need her. Like, yeah, there's a little time now to focus on that if there's somebody that has those abilities. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. Something I struggled with then and I still struggle with now is when I realized what my role actually was during my first deployment. So I was a chaplain assistant, but before we deployed, I went to San Antonio and cross-trained with the behavioral health specialist because they knew we were so short. Our whole brigade only had like one psychologist and only a couple of actual behavioral health specialists.
We found out
It
what
was
an
gonna
altar
be a-
boy actually does.
Yeah, there's that. But so one of the things they train us on was there's new names for it now, but then it was CISM, the Critical Incident Stress Management. Essentially, it's whenever there's an event with a unit of whatever size, squad, platoon, whatever, they go out on mission, something happens, people either get severely injured or die. We go and talk to them, and even in the training, I like in my mind, I'm like, all right, we're helping them, we're focused on the individual. But the commander's mandate was to do whatever it took to get them back on mission. And the reality of it was you can't lose a whole squad because one person died. You can't lose a whole platoon because 3 people died. You can't lose a whole company because 6 people died. We could give them a day or 2 off, but then they have to be back in the rotation. So there were plenty of guys that I knew needed more. And there were other things they probably needed to hear to be able to process this. But what we had to do was get them ready to go out the next day or a couple days after. The ones that were really bad, we advocated with the command to give them more time off, give them an R&R, stuff like that. But anyways, as you were saying that, it made me think they're on the cusp of war right now. This whole world is just chaotic. She's still an Aes Sedai.
Mhm.
Wipe the sand out and keep it going.
Yeah,
I
we'd
cry.
love to be able to stop and let people mourn properly and get through it. But for some people, that's 5 days. Some people, it's 5 years. If she was that close to her sister, it's a lifetime of mourning.
Yeah.
Uh, how do you just let somebody like that tap out?
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess Kara's also encouraging Jilari to refer to herself as I rather than third person. If all
I'm
that.
sad.
Yeah, it is.
The fact that that's a thing, like
ingrained.
you've been ingrained to think that you're property and that you're not worth, worth pronouns. You
Yeah.
are just a thing for our disposal. And now trying to teach her to have some individuality, and she's like breaking down, crying every time she says the word I. That's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah. Let's see.
And then we run into the sea folk.
Yeah, we run into sea folk. Yep. Is it?
I'm trying to
Not to
give them the
mention the
benefit of the
fact that
doubt, but they seem like a bunch of punks. They're
I mean,
starting to get under my skin.
throughout the whole of this, Elayne is losing her temper left and
Mhm.
right on
Oh, yeah.
everybody. So we need to make sure we note that, because it becomes even more prevalent with this running with the sea folk, where she's like, "Are you calling me a liar? Go out, take a look," because they want their people back,
Yeah.
and they say that Elaine's not doing enough to find them, and somebody has to know. And she's like, "Go search, go look for them, go ask our
Yeah.
people."
And when you
And
don't
when
find
you
them,
don't find them, come back and kiss my ass. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard, at least.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And
You
they're like,
summed it
"Well, we
up
don't
really
mean
well.
to insult you, especially in your most fragile state." And she's like,
that's just gonna
"Read
piss
in
her off more.
between my lines."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need to be telling her right now, because she is already struggling with that. And like I said, recognizing it a little bit, but then it also pisses her off more, that she is kind of struggling and her emotions are.
I mean, so much so
Oh,
that she couldn't find her way back to her room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
even in my most stuporous moments, I've always been able to find my way back to my bed. So
I just got a message from Wadaha Aussie. Thank you. That was a while ago. I just saw it. It's a comedy about the Treaty of Westphalia. Okay, watch it later. Thanks.
ooh, get your
I
nerd
think
on.
it looks like comedy, or if it's not comedy, I'll still see it. I'll still watch it because if it's real democracy, it looks like a comedy. But I don't know. This is the thumbnail. Let's see. Did we cover everything pretty much? Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
sends him back to the White Swan to tell the Aes Sedai stop, hiding, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
that's it.
Yeah.
These were really short, sweet, to the point chapters. Like
Yeah.
the next
And
one,
there's a lot of description. It goes on for a while.
there is. I mean, but like you said, there's a lot of description. It's not beefy material. It's more fatty material, It's that soft stuff around the edges,
Yeah.
tastes good, but doesn't really do much for you.
Yeah. 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 We're
I
into
mean, like,
that middle part, of the book.
yeah.
But, yeah.
It's still good. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed these chapters. They were, besides listening to Elayne kind of become a complainer. I don't even want to call it that. Like, she's tired of being treated like a delicate flower because everybody's treating her like a delicate flower. But I mean, understandably, you're literally pregnant with twins, and
She's
not only just
she's
twins.
figuring out how to work through this,
Yeah,
and it's a lot.
these are the children of the Karn on top of everything else. We know that they're going to be like some level of Tavir, and they're going to have some amazing power if we even get to see them grow up in this book.
Yeah. Well, we get this next chapter. Elaine's getting a little cocky about all that, but anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Elaine said
Anyways,
they
anything
can't
else
die.
from this? Any more wet things before we move to the next?
I mean, no.
No. Okay. Chapter 15, a different skill. It's gonna be different, a little different. Elaine and her company are trying to find her apartment.
All the servants are talking. They're all gossiping about her
Yeah.
shifting moods and about her inability, her ineptness. And she's frustrated, but at the same time understands it. She's like, I can't tell if I'm upset because of what they're saying or because that they're saying it. She's like, I understand like a good maid's job, a good servant's job is to know their master and to share any information down the pipeline that could help out the next person, but still, yeah, I don't have to be talking behind my back like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't use the word master anymore, apparently. So that's one thing I learned selling a house. It's not the master
It's the
bedroom.
main. It's the main.
Primary bedroom
Primary.
or bathroom.
Yeah.
Not master. Primary.
Yeah. Because we don't have no more masters.
We don't have masters.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm single now. I ain't got no master.
I work for no man.
Do what I want.
Children, you work for multiple.
I work for no man. That was Ian's like battle cry in college. All the time. I work for no man.
It's really paid off for me in my life.
And then joined the military.
I don't know how many times I heard Ian say that, like yell it out, like randomly. I work for no man. Oh, good times. Yeah, that was great. So yeah, they're going through. Elayne fears that her wits are gone due to her pregnancy, and she's just kind of like,
Yeah, she's like she's irrationally upset about everything, and she doesn't understand it, but she understands it, and she doesn't like it, but she's okay with it. And we really get the insights, like you were saying, of, and excuse me, ladies, a hormonal person, a person who is being 100% controlled by other beings, as a friend of mine likes to call them, the parasites in her body.
It's starting to take her over, and she's trying to handle it.
She can't think as to where her own apartments are.
Does she call her hormones the parasites, or our babies the parasites?
The babies. That's what she calls. She calls.
Yeah, Delusions of Grendel called hers crotch goblins.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
It's a delusion. So she's just my crotch goblin. Yeah,
I mean,
Delusions is great. Yeah, I think she's expecting again. I think in December is the due date.
Yay.
Yeah. So anyway, so they finally reach the apartments. Elayne's maids begin to clothe her in Avienda, and they meet with some of the mercenary captains.
Or they're going to meet with mercenary captains.
No, they're going to, yes.
But then the wise ones bust in as Avienda finishes putting her silks on after being talked into it. Air quotes for those that can't see. And they're like, don't worry about that. I hope you haven't grown too used to your silks. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a little surprising.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
continue.
In that same span of time, Avienda's playing with her knife, and she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Dark One can't see when you have this knife on you. It's dull, but it has great power. You know. And Elayne's like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. She's like, why would you think that? Yeah, just a hunch. And then she's like, come with me. And
I have other things I want you to touch.
Yes. Come touch this. And this. And this and that. And what does this do? And what does that do? And all of a sudden the maids are like, ooh, pick that one and that one. And what about this one?
Yeah, they take out all the terangrial too. And this is the little turtle one. Is it turtle? Turtle. Yeah. And they're going through them all. And Alvida's trying to figure out the purpose of all of them. What they're all for.
And the more she goes through it, the more confidence she gains, and the more she can tell you what does what. And then she actually tests one. She finds a library, which I thought was pretty dope.
How's the library shaped?
Like a gnome? Was that it?
No, it was the face of a man.
No. It was a what?
Wasn't it a head of a man or something like that?
Yeah, it was a man or something like that.
Yeah,
a statue
so
of a man.
But it doesn't it describe how the man looks?
It does, and I don't have the
Yeah.
description in front of me.
So it's a little Easter egg. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh.
It's Robert Jordan.
Oh,
He describes himself. So it's a little tiny of him.
that's pretty cool. Now I want to go back and reread.
Little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
It's like a little library.
She used a little bit of spirit and a little bit of fire and got them all riled up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was like, fiction or nonfiction? Now, I wish she would have kept going. I wanted to see how that was going to play out. Like, in my mind, I was thinking Hermione Granger with her special bag, reaching in and pulling book after book after book out.
Mm-hmm.
But this seemed a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. Rereads are excellent. Yeah. Once you've read it like 20 times, you finally catch all these little small details.
Yeah. We still have 3 years before we get through the first time. So there's also that.
I don't know. We got 3 books after this left, right? We're
Yeah,
got 3.5 books left. 3.5 books.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the chapter, Avienda and Elayne part because
There's also the conversation about tender bosoms and growing breasts. We don't want to skip that.
No, continue.
How they keep getting larger and larger.
Mm-hmm.
And she's hoping that she can find a way to get a cure for that too.
No. I don't know if there's a cure for that. Not back then.
No, mine get that way sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you can get surgery nowadays for that, but
I'll let him go.
Yeah. So at the end of the chapter, they part ways because the Aiel are leaving Andor and on Rand's command. They take Avienda with him because she's falling behind her studies because she's too busy, hanging out with Elayne too much.
Now is definitely the time to slowly start peeling away all of Elayne's closest support.
Exactly. When you're like really, really far into pregnancy and you're having like delusions like men said my babies will live, so I'm invincible. And she's having all these emotional breakdowns and it's like,
but then she's lost the
she could end up in a coma for months until her babies are born. There's nothing that says she is going to be okay.
Or she could lose a leg, an arm. I mean,
she could die and they cut the babies out. That
happens. Right. I mean,
yeah.
She's assuming way too much here.
Yeah. Way too much.
A lot of brain fog going on there. That's the mommy brain.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they also have to pick up a midwife. Ascenda.
What if they go Star Wars here and it's like a Padme thing? Like she's about to give birth and then Rand starts an attack, doesn't know that she's there, and she's like collateral damage of Rand's attack. The baby survived, but she dies.
Why do you want her to die?
Well, I don't want Elayne to die. I don't think she's going to.
No,
I think Fael's going to die.
But no, I still don't feel that.
But
yeah,
Fael has to make it out. I like Fael too.
Oh, well, yeah,
I like
rereading Eye of the World whenever you choose, Chris. Yeah,
that's very true.
You can start. I will tell you this: you start reading it, you'll realize how much of babies they are. Like you're like, wow, these kids are like so not even stupid. He writes it really well, like because it's like, oh wow, they've grown so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So she, Asanda suggests her niece as her midwife before she leaves. Elayne loans Avienda the turtle grill and the dream one. So, and that's how we end these chapters.
I told you, even with a fair amount of BS in a night, it'll be a quick night.
Yeah, I know. I was figuring that too.
There was some neat stuff.
I was hoping for it too because I have a really early morning tomorrow morning. So
yeah, 5 a.m.
I have to drive to Virginia Beach. I have to be in Virginia Beach by 9, but I also have to drop my kids off in the morning from school. So, but I can drop off as early as because we pay for before care, so I can drop them off as early as 7:30. So I mean, I have plenty of time, but I have to get up early to get everything ready to get the kids out of the house to get them to school by 7:30, so I can drive to Virginia Beach. And I hate driving. I hate driving to Virginia Beach during the morning commute.
Yeah, that's a
'cause
rough time frame to do it. You're going like the worst time.
the traffic is just so bad. Like
Yep.
usually when I do Virginia Beach appointment, like when I'm over in Virginia Beach, I try to do it midday because I can get to Virginia Beach in like 30 minutes. Like if it's like around lunchtime. First during the morning commute, nah. It's guaranteed it's gonna be a
Somebody's
clusterfuck.
punishing you.
Just like, oh, you want me to get there at 9 o'clock? Good luck. It's just
Mm.
no. Especially all the construction going on the HRPT right now.
Yeah.
And Throws Bridge and all. Like it's like so I'll probably take the Slim Shady. Get a long way around.
You could
Yeah.
just take a boat. On a boat.
That would take longer.
Well,
That depends on what kind of boat it was. If it's a motorboat, I can get there faster.
yeah. And then Uber.
Uber
There's
doesn't
type
make
of
it
jet skis
faster.
over there.
and Uber.
Jet ski.
for the-
Yeah. Anyways, that's how we end this chapter. So, any final
And
thoughts?
night in the desert is cold.
I will miss you, sister. My heart.
My heart is as cold as night, and night in the desert is cold.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, guys,
Favorite character?
go ahead, Ian. Who's your favorite character?
I got two. I really liked Brigitte, but I also like Avienda. I think so I'm gonna go Avienda. Not so much that she did anything super cool, but figuring out that she has this ability to identify what these items do is obviously going to be critical in this story.
Mm-hmm.
That night, like the dagger alone, being able to disguise you so that the Dark One can't see you, that's going to be That's going to be
That's gonna be a
huge.
game changer. That's gonna
That's
keep her and the daughters safe,
huge. Yeah.
or children. I'm assuming daughters, but it could be a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know what the sexes are going to be?
I don't think it's that yet.
Let's go.
I'm thinking one boy, one girl. I'm going with the Star Wars thing.
Sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
So
Sure.
and that may be the reason why she can't grasp the power all the time, because the boy interrupts the flow.
Right.
The
The
flow.
girl helps it. The boy interrupts it. I'd like to go with Elayne, believe it or not. As much as
Okay.
she is a little bit of a complainer, she's still putting on her big girl pants and getting stuff done.
Yes.
And she's going through a lot of emotional ups and downs, and she's got a lot of stress on her plate, and
She's
stress is
struggling,
not
but she
good.
ain't giving up.
Yeah, exactly. And she's putting forth real effort, and I think that she's going to win this kingdom over real soon.
Yeah. I would go with Captain Gaibon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. Young guy,
mean,
brought a bunch of
Save
soldiers.
the day for sure.
Saved the day. Yeah. I just
Got
want to pick someone
promoted.
different. So.
You're just in it
Why?
for the
We
money.
appreciate
You
you
just want
too.
that Tricare and that
I just
that
want
bonus you
Tom
get.
Honest, but he's not been in the last few books, so I'm missing him a lot, and it's hurting my feelings.
He'll be back soon. I feel like that's the chapter you want us to listen to soon. It's gonna be a tall mayonnaise chapter.
No, I don't know if he's in this book or not. He might be. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I read it. The chapter you're gonna listen to in a couple of weeks. That's yeah. I'm not gonna tell you who's in that book, but that's in 3 weeks. Next week we're doing 2 chapters.
Okay.
And then the week after that is banging chapters. We're not live. We could react to those too, but the week after that we have to react to. So it's like I don't want to do 2 reactions back to back because that you get we're getting into some good stuff. Not next week, meh. 2 weeks, yeah, and then 3 weeks, whoa, yeah. It's good.
He's giving us the build up, and I hope I'm not let down.
Oh, you're not gonna be let down. No, not at all. No, if you are, you can just quit the podcast because there's nothing left for you. If this is not good for you, it's good.
I swear to you, we got to have some Marine chapters coming up or something.
Ooh, oh, maybe that is a Marine chapter.
Sure,
that's true. Oh gosh, I almost forgot all about that storyline. Yep.
Yeah, because it kind of like walked away from it, completely let it go. Like,
wait, are you going to give us the name of the chapter we're going to do live? Give us the
The
name of
live
the
one.
chapter.
It's called the Golden Crane. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
Well, Crouching Tiger, Hidden
We
Dragon.
still have 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. But next week we'll be doing 2 chapters. It's the new follower
Oh,
and
okay.
a bronze bear.
I
LeBron's
like
bear.
bears.
A bronze bear. A bronze.
Ooh, is it in
Or
triangle?
Yeah, so I'm saying something
Yeah.
Avienda
Something to
identifies.
hold on to. No, she's
Does some
gone.
cool stuff.
Nah,
Yeah,
she's
but
gone.
maybe she finds it when she's gone.
Nah, she don't even know where she's going.
Avienda,
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna find a bronze bear and it does some super cool shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't know where she's going. This might be a Cat Swain chapter.
And it said, oh, yeah, things are going to get funky. So, Rafa, oh, yeah, things are good. Things
I'm about to
start
say,
to pick
why?
up.
Leave me alone. Why?
Elayne's succession chapters are. I feel like it's the low point of Knife of Dreams. That's my personal take, but it's just.
All right. Well, Chris and I, trust your opinion on things so much. I'm sure we'll all be in agreement.
Oh, you'll love these. Not
Yeah.
next chapters in 2 weeks. You guys are gonna have fun. In
Mhm.
3 weeks,
All right.
we're live reacting, and there might be tears. So,
Yay, somebody's dying. Finally.
yay.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not like wanting people to die, but with everything that's going on, the fact that we haven't had any real significant loss, it's like, come on, Jordan, kill somebody.
By the way, Ian, nice shirt. Oh yeah, dude, this Beetlejuice shirt is always on point.
Did you watch Beetlejuice 2 yet?
I still haven't seen the new one.
Yeah,
I heard
I'm
it was
not
a
super
letdown.
motivated to. I mean, when I can stream it, I'll watch it. Maybe
Yeah, that's my thing.
I heard
the
isn't
original
it the
was
exact
good
same
enough for
movie?
me.
This is a remake.
No, it's a follow-up.
Oh, it's follow up.
Okay.
That's what I was told. It said it was
Okay.
a little bit of a letdown. So
I'll check it out at some point, but
Gotcha.
I'm not in a rush.
anyway,
Telly Member. No.
oh, new one's good. I liked it. Good to know. So I've got 2.
Okay.
I've got
Okay.
conflicting conversations.
Okay.
I have A-lister, so I'm gonna go see it for free anyway. So
Yeah, I haven't had people tell me they don't like it, but I'll usually ask. I'm like, all right, I don't really spend money to go to theaters anymore unless you tell me this is a movie you've got to see in theaters. And
have
everybody
to
so far has been
watch.
like, it's good, but you can watch it at home. Like when
Yeah.
Avatar went in theaters, you had to see it. Remember back the day when Lord of the Rings hit, you
Oh,
got to see that in
100%.
theaters. There's certain movies that Top Gun Maverick,
really
you needed
good.
it in theaters. I've seen it
Yeah.
on TV since then, still really good, but in theaters, oh my gosh.
I actually got upset during that movie and almost walked out. So
Yeah.
Something that they got one of their facts wrong.
no, it was a sailing scene, and it was the most horrible sailing scene ever. They're sailing a J120, and as the way they had it rigged and everything, I was pissed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
I was getting mad. Like I heard the guy I was sitting next to with a friend, and he's like, "I'm sorry to critique it," and they're like, "Dude, just watch the movie." It's like,
Just enjoy
no,
it. You're like,
it's
how can I
wrong.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
You told him to trim and he grabbed a halyard. I mean, that boat should be sinking right now.
Anyway,
Fun times. That's what we're doing next week. So come back on Tuesday, as long as Tuesday works for everybody, and nothing blows up
Yeah.
in my life, or Ian's life, or Chris's life.
I'm actually off that Tuesday, so should work out.
Ooh, that should be fun.
Took a whole week off in October.
Yeah, I'm my next vacation. I don't know. I haven't decided whether I'm taking more vacation or not for the rest of the year.
Let
I
me
might take some-
rephrase that. Hold on. Pause 1 second. I have to ask my wife first
Oh,
because next Tuesday is the 22nd of October.
mhm. Yeah.
That's our 2-year anniversary.
No, you can't
So-
record, dude.
No. But we're supposed to be celebrating on the 23rd. So I need to make this year. It was her turn.
No. So let's just right now, even if y'all plan a big celebration another day, Chris, do something on the day. And whatever it is, it
Yeah.
could be simple, but you two need to.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to Usher Wednesday night on the 23rd.
Doesn't mean you
matter.
can trade. Even if all it is y'all pick a movie you've been meaning to watch together, and you
Mhm.
DoorDash some food in, and you just hang out. But quality time on
Yeah.
that day with you all, please.
Okay.
I mean, you
yeah.
do
then
you.
No, then
And-
I guess we'll be recording like
Monday.
Monday.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll offer this. You're saying next week they're kind of they're chapters we got to get through to get to the really good stuff after.
Yeah.
If I got a solo one, I don't mind, especially for anniversary stuff, and
Yeah. I don't
especially
know
if
what
we're
happens
kind
to
of like
these ones,
Matt
but
chapters.
let me
We'll
see.
play it by ear.
Let's see what
Monday
happens.
might be the way to go.
That's continuation of these chapters.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
do
Oh.
Monday if need be.
Or yeah, you can do it on
If
your
it
own.
works
If
me
it's
doing
just a
solo,
continuation
I don't
of these
mind if
chapters,
it's more of this. Yeah, see if we could get a guest to come on, just kind of help us along. But
Yeah. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll get a
Pick a new
guest. We haven't done a guest in a while.
yeah, pick a new patron.
Pick a new
Yeah.
patron. All right. Anybody wants to come on, just message me. We're like, yeah, come on, have fun.
help me get through a couple of okay-ish frumpy chapters.
Gramps,
It'll be
you're
fun.
up.
Yeah. Tomorrow night we are not doing the Cosmere reads. That's a little thing. Because Orlando is still in South America. So
Oh, what's he doing?
Good reason.
he goes so for him and his wife's anniversary, they always go like some crazy trip every October for their anniversary. So last year they did Scandinavia. This year they're doing Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, Chile.
In the wrong field. You get a field where I can afford to do fun things like that. Anyway,
Well, it's nice when you're dinks, you dual income. They have kids, but his kids are grown, so
Yeah.
like they're out of the house. He doesn't pay for his kids anymore. Like so, he just has and they both have good jobs. So,
yeah.
and they're well into their careers. So like that's yeah. I aspire one day. But I got small kids that take up all my money. So yeah. If you guys didn't know that term, dink, that's a financial and industry term. Dual income, no kids.
Mm-hmm.
Dinks. My favorite one's Henry's. Have you heard that one?
No.
The
What's
Henry.
that?
So that's young doctors, lawyers, engineers. You call them Henrys, like fresh out of college. High earner, not rich yet.
Oh yeah, that's why we get all the badass loans.
High earner, not rich yet. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and fund your $1 million
Henry's.
home.
Yeah,
One-
we'll fund it. We know you're going to
We're
have
gonna be
money
good
later.
for it.
It's
We're gonna
good.
do
We're
well.
good. Yeah, Henry's high earner, not rich yet. Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
fun
peeps.
times. Get to learn all the
Time
little
to
nicknames
bed.
we give everybody. So, how have you found a Henry? I like it. High earner, not rich yet. So yeah, how can be found is at thewillreads.com. Find links to all, of course, cool stuff. You can also watch or listen to our podcast episodes when I finally release them. I did release one last week, guys. After a whole month of not releasing any of them, we were recording. I just not been editing and releasing anything because I've been selling a house and trying to get things ready. I didn't release one yet this week because, well, I just got back from vacation, and I didn't release one last week because I was on vacation. I didn't bring my computer with me. But I'll tomorrow night maybe I'll do something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. One day. I'm busy, guys. Life's busy. I'll get there. I need to hire someone to do it for me. That's what I need to do. So join Patreon. There's links to that as well, so I can afford to hire someone to edit episodes and put them out. Yeah, join the Patreon. It's on the website. Buy merchandise. We have some cool merch. We need it. It's been a while since we designed any new merch, so we need to put some new stuff out.
Yeah, where's Tree?
Tree's around. We got some new designs coming out for the Cosmere reads. We have mega hats. It's a MAGA hats. It's mega hats. And it says make a launchers great again.
That might work out.
That's clever. Mega. Make a launchers great again. So anyway, yeah, we're trying to design those and have those in our Cosmere Reads store. But anyway, yeah, go buy some merchandise. Join our Discord, all that fun stuff. And like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And that's all I got for this week. So
Until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving
Sure.
device ready and
Sure.
strapped on.
Sure.
Oh, where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?
Sure.